wave your own flag a lot, but you're unsure a lot. You're a lot like me. Oh,
I've got your number and what you're looking for,
And what you're looking for just suits me fine.
we'll break the rules a lot. We'll be damn fools a lot. But then why should we not? How could we not combine when
I've got your number,
and I've got the glow you got.
I've got your number,
And baby, you know you got mine.
somewhere there's a darn nice fella deep down inside.
deep down inside.
Deep down in the old sub-cellar.
Somewhere, though you think he fell asleep down inside.
Deep down, dig-a, deep down inside. Sometimes there's a darn near human deep down inside.
Deep down inside.
Deep down where the bass is booming.
Sometimes gotta take that broom and sweep down inside.
Sweep down, dig-a, deep down inside.
I've got your number,
Deep down inside.
and what you're looking for just suits me fine.
We'll break the rules a lot. We'll be damn fools a lot.
But then why should we not? How could we not combine when
I've got your number and I've got the glow you've got. I've got your number and baby you know you've got mine. Deep down inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Black and White Minstrel Show.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much, and thank you for joining us again. Our music tonight covers about 150 years of songwriting, from Franz Schubert up to Cy Coleman, who wrote the numbers that you just heard. And for those of you who have been kind enough to write and suggest that we did some more Gilbert and Sullivan, I'm pleased to say that we're going to do a selection from the Gondoliers later on. But for the time being, fasten your seatbelts, and we're going to take you on a rapid tour around Europe.
round the map we've been a-dancing?
From New Jersey to Japan.
If he's not too perfect prancing, I'm at least a tip-top traveling man.
Yes, we played at infinitum.
Every mountain,
Every coast, for each country has the item that we enjoy the most.
Took a boat to Barcelona, then boated to Madrid.
Struggled with our high school Spanish like every tourist did.
saw the Palace and the Prado, bullfights and other games. Spain's a ball, but all in all,
We recommend the dames.
Senora, may I see the senorita? Senora, don't get over with senor. Senora, how I love the senorita. Senora, mention it to the senor.
I saw London in the fall. I don't remember it at all, but I can't forget the secret things we did in Madrid. I saw Paris in the spring, and I don't recall a thing, but I can't forget the secret things we did in Madrid.
I can't remember things I did on
the Seine or Seine See. But I cannot forget Madrid, 'cause you were there with me.
Won't you tell me where or when you and I can meet again, and forever do the secret things we did in Madrid?
In Madrid.
Lady of Madrid, how I love you. Lady of Madrid, I will be true.
Here in the moonlight beneath your balcony, singing a song that is love's sweet melody.
Lady of Madrid forevermore. Lady of Madrid, you I'll adore.
I will love you, dear, always. By the stars above, Lady of Madrid, my love.
Hopped a non-stop jet to Paris, thought we would make the tour. Covered all the famous places found in the French brochure. Gave the Louvre and Notre Dame a couple of extra words.
So Paris, take it from me,
We recommend the girls. When suddenly you sight someone for whom you yearn,
ça c'est l'amour.
and when to your delight she loves you in return,
Ça c'est l'amour.
then dawns a dreary day, your darling goes away, and all is over, you are sure. But oh, when she returns and loves you as before, you take her in your lonely arms to want her even more. Ça, c'est l'amour.
Ça c'est l'amour.
C'est si bon de partir n'importe où, bras dessous, en chantant des chansons. C'est si bon
Si bon, si bon,
de se dire des mots doux,
si bon, si bon,
des petits riens de tout,
si bon, si bon,
mais qui en disent son long.
si bon, si bon.
En voyant notre mineure vie, les passants dans la roue nous envient.
C'est si bon,
De guetter dans ses yeux un espoir merveilleux qui donnait le c'est si bon, ces petits sans soyeux, ça vaut mieux qu'un million, tellement, tellement c'est bon. I mean that it's so good when I say c'est si bon, and I say c'est si bon because it's oh so good.
we're gonna step out down the Champs-Élysées, from the Arc de Triomphe to the Petit Palais. That's for me.
Bonjour Paris.
I wanna wander through the Saint-Honoré, do some winter shopping in the Rue de la Paix. That's for me.
Bonjour Paris.
I wanna see the den of thinking men like Jean-Paul Sartre.
philosophize with all the guys
around Montmartre and Montparnasse.
I'm strictly tourist, but I gotta confess, when they parlez-vous me, then I gotta say yes.
That's for me. Bonjour, Paris.
Followed our itinerary, boarded a plane for Rome.
Marveled at the Colosseum, nothing like that at home.
What a time we had in Venice, sailed in the old canals. Lots to eat, but must repeat, we recommend the girls.
Per l'amore ci voglio le figliole, zumba di allenella. I need a girl, I'm just a fella who wants to ring the bell. Zumba di allenella, I need a girl.
Per fare l'amore ti voglio le figliole, zumba di allenella. I need a girl, I'm just a fella who wants to ring the bell. Zumba di allenella.
I need a girl,
A girl,
a girl,
a girl.
a girl, I need a girl.
Oh, how my heart beats tonight while we're dancing. It beats with the rhythm so gay. I'm so in love, says my heart, while we're dancing. It goes tick-a-tee, tick-a-tay. Hold me, my love, for this night of romancing will make both our hearts soon obey.
This is the thrill and the will of our heart when it goes tick-a-tee, tick-a-tay.
Hey, look at the lights, look at the food, look at the flowers.
Hey, look at the wine, look at the place.
I like a great big Italian sposalizio, set it up, and I'll be there.
With the lanterns glowing
And the vino flowing.
And the good strong smell of mozzarella in the air.
mozzarella, mozzarella in the air.
Great big Italian sponsorizio, set it up, and I'll be there with the lanterns glowing.
Look at them over your head.
And the vino flowing,
Malaga, Malaga red.
and the good strong smell of mozzarella in the air. Set it up, set it up, set it up, and I'll be there. And the good strong smell of mozzarella in the air. Set it up, set it up, set it up, and I'll be
Thank you very much. And now, direct from his dressing room, I'm delighted to welcome Don Maclean.
Is it me now? Is it me? Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, I am pleased to see you at last. Now, tell me the truth, honestly. What do you think of the dressing room? Right! Don't you like it? Oh, it's lovely. It's a lot better than it was last week, you know. Because I said to the producer, I said, Gloria, which didn't go down too well because his name's Ernest. I said, Gloria, I said, now I'm a star. I said, I want a fitted carpet in my dressing room. And what have I got? Wall-to-wall news of the world. No, because I needed some floor covering, you see, because we had a party there last night. We did. All the minstrels came. They were all in here. Mine, Ted Darling was the only one that could stand up straight. But, Les Rawlins, he fitted in rather well. Well, let's be honest, he's the same shape as a dustbin, isn't he? With similar habits. And, Les Want, we confused him. We told him to sit in the corner. He spent 3 hours going round in a circle. You see, they're not used to living in cramped conditions like me, because when we were first married, we never had a lot of money, you know. We went to London for our honeymoon, and I spent my honeymoon night in the left luggage locker at Paddington Station. It's the best shilling I ever spent. And the first home we had was a little caravan. Honest, we were only there a week. Then the rotten gypsies complained to the council about us and we had to move. So there we were, out on the streets. No home to go to. That's when we met our first landlady, Mrs. Goebbels. Lovely woman. How can I describe her? She was sort of, she was like George Mitchell with jackboots. You know, she had this little house that she divided up into flats. Colditz Cottage, it was called. No, really. No matter how late you were, you could always find your way home by the searchlight on the watchtower. We had a 2-room flat in there. It was a bit inconvenient, though, because the living room was in the basement and the bedroom was in the attic. And like all young newlyweds, we'd occasionally get overcome by a fit of passion. And we climbed the stairs, discreetly, 9 at a time. But, I mean, it was 6 floors up by the time I got up there. I forgot what I'd come for. The wife tried to remind me it was no good. I was exhausted. She had to give me a quick rub down with a tea bag. Then I remembered. Oh, the little perforations do you the world of good. But to be honest, we lived in absolute squalor, you know, really. In the end, I had to go and see Mrs. Goebbels. I said, now listen, I want to talk to you about our ceiling. She said, what about the ceiling? I said, we want one. I said, there's no ceiling in that room. She said, don't worry, the people upstairs don't walk about much. I said, listen, you. I said, don't mess me about. I said, if that's the way you feel, I am not paying the rent. At that, Mrs. Goebbels turned very ugly, which wasn't difficult for her, because she used to be a model for scouring pads. She said, we have ways and means of making you pay the rent. And so saying, she took out her tape measure and whipped me to within an inch of my life. Whipped me to within an inch. Who writes this rubbish? Very good. Yeah. No, I thought that was it. That was a chop. But I was saved by a thunderstorm. I looked out the window. I said, hail, Mrs. Goebbels. Before I knew what had happened, she'd clicked her heels in her house shoes, sung Deutschland über alles, and was off to invade Poland. I mean, they were happy days, those, when we were first married. Oh, happy days. Passionate. I always fancied being married, you know, but I never really fancied being a father, not until the day I was in the supermarket, wheeling me wire trolley around. And I'd just bought a French loaf and a collie. And this little old lady, she peeped in, she said, doesn't he look like his dad? Oh, I was proud. So you can imagine how I felt the following day when the wife came home from the doctor's and he'd put a little rubber stamp on a trunk. Just a little rubber stamp like that, just there on a trunk. So I got my magnifying glass out to look at it, and it said, when you can read this, send for the midwife. It's amazing, isn't it? Isn't it amazing how the arrival of a baby reforms people? As soon as she found out, Mrs. Goebbels retreated from Poland to Golders Green, where she's got a job as a bouncer in Mothercare. And not only that, as if that wasn't enough, she's opened a kosher kitchen.
Herr Maclean! Oh, yeah, well, Mrs. Goebbels. I've made some gefilte fish butties for you. Wunderbar, wunderbar.
Silly old crab.
What is that? With sauerkraut, Mrs. Goebbels.
I should just have time to eat them before I've got to introduce the next bit. All right, see you in a minute. Bye.
There was a frog lived in a well.
There was a mouse lived in a mill.
The frog he would a wooing rhyme, with sword and buckler by his side, with a harem scarum diddlum darum,
He rode right up to Mouse's hall,
Diddly-dandy-dee.
and he most tenderly did call,
A hop, hop, diddly-dandy-dee.
Mrs. Mouse, are you at home? And if you are, oh, pray come down.
with a harem scarum diddlum darum,
My Uncle Rat is not at home. I dare not for my life him down.
Then Uncle Rat he soon comes home,
And who's been here since I've been gone?
with a harem scarum diddlum darum,
There's been a fine young gentleman. He swears he'll wed me if he can.
Then Uncle Rat gave his consent and made a handsome settlement with a harem scarum diddlum darum.
Diddly dandy dee, harem
was the frog and the mouse. And here's the man who combines the qualities of both, George Mitchell. Come here, George. Oh. You nearly laughed then, George. There was just a smile there, just a hint. I'll tell you what, I'll make you laugh. Listen to this, George. A minstrel went to the doctor's, you see. And he said to the doctor, he said, oh, doctor, he said, I got terrible stomachache. He said, oh, I'm all bunk. Oh, it's horrible, it is. It's dreadful. The doctor said, he said, what have you been eating? He said, nothing. He said, I've just had a couple of platefuls of Alabamas. The doctor said, oh, well, that's your trouble. You're Alabama bound. The little bastard.
I think we'll pretend that never happened. Now I'd like to show you what I've got at the bottom of my garden. You'll never believe it.
Rosebud and lily, pinks and sweet willy, the country gardens come to town.
Sing them a ditty, fresh and so pretty, and take some for your lady's gown.
Buy a bunch of roses, buy the lazy daisies, give a humble coin and lose a frown.
For today, very early, waken from their dreaming, the country gardens come to town.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow?
With silver bells and cockle shells, our pretty maids all in a row.
'Twas a rosebud red and rare in a field of clover came a youth, O flower fair. I will pluck you just to wear till the day is over. Rosebud, rosebud, nestling there in your field of clover.
You are my honey, honeysuckle, I am the bee. I'd like to sip the honey sweet from those red lips you see.
I love you dearly, dearly, and I want you to love me.
You are my honey, honeysuckle, I am the bee.
We strolled the lane together,
Laughed at the rain together.
sang love's refrain together.
We knew long ago that our love would grow.
Through storm and sun together, our hearts as one together. You've gone from me, but in my memory, we always will be together.
A spray of tulips and heather tied up together, I sent my love today.
A spray of tulips and heather, asking me whether love's dream had gone astray.
For there's a meaning to all the flowers. They tell a story that never For we'll go a-dancing down the street. Rosebud and lily, pinks and sweet willy, the country gardens come to town. Sing them a ditty, fresh and so pretty, and take some for your lady's gown.
Take the crimson roses, make them into posies, dance till the sun is going down.
People may stare, but what do we care? Country gardens come to town.
Thank you. Thank you. Following our policy of introducing the backroom boys of the show, I'd like you to meet someone now who provided the flowers and cut the grass for the scene you've just been looking at. The Galloping Gardener.
No, please. Don't overdo it. Quick slurp. Well, it's a cold old day today. In fact, it's cold enough to freeze the truss off a tomato plant. Don't let that bother you, because I'm here to give you a few useful hints on how to make your gardening a bit more scrummy. Yes, we'll put zest into your zinnias, bounce into your begonias, and a little bit of heart into your artichokes. Now, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm making a solution which is 2 pints of water and 1 pint of Scotch whiskey. I put it in this little contraption here, spray it all over the lawn, and you'll find that when the grass starts to grow, it'll come up half cut. Quick slurp there. Oh, wonderful. Now, another implement that you may find useful when you're tending the lawns, especially the BBC lawn, is, of course, this. This is a fork. Now, it aerates the soil, it's good for the roots, and it puts little holes in your Wellington boots. Oh, that's nasty. I'll have to put a plaster on that. There. That's better. Now, quick slurp. I've had a letter here from a Miss Maud Lengths of Fingers Green. And she says, what is the best vegetable to grow in my garden? Well, Miss Lengths, I've only got one thing to say to you, and that's taters. And while you're planting your taters, why not sprinkle them liberally with a few of your old razor blades? You'll find that they then come up chipped and ready for use. Which is exactly the same joke as the grass coming up half cut, but as the one-legged cyclist said, it's the way you put it over that counts. I often stand in my kitchen window and think how nice it would be to go out into the garden, leap over the hedge and have a quick cuddle with the little raver from next door. However, my lovely wife, Trina, has recently removed the hedge and replaced it with an electric fence. She says it will enable her to keep her eye on my sprouts and make sure that they're not tampered with by little garden pests from the next door. Talking of pests, the worst of these is, of course, greenfly. Now, my tip for getting rid of greenfly is simple. Spray them red. There. And slugs in your lettuce. People will tell you to put salt on them. This is wrong. If the slug won't eat the lettuce without the salt, he's not worth pandering. Birds can also be a pest. Now, I often used to have a bird in my garden, but that, of course, was before Trina put up the electric. Not all visitors to our garden are unwelcome, and none is more welcome than the friendly earthworm. There you are, you see. Keeps still, you little devil. Now, people get very worried about earthworms, especially in the cold weather. They feel that once the ground is frozen, the earthworm can't get back into it. Well, let's see if we can help the little fellow, shall we? All you need is a latest hairspray. You wait for him to set, and you'll find that he goes back quite easily into the ground from where he started. Quick slip. Now, my dog and I, we often dig up the occasional earthworm, you know. He's a wire-haired fox terrier. He used to be a smooth-haired fox terrier, but that was before Trina put up the If you're like me, you may like to experiment in your garden. And only last year, I experimented by crossing a raspberry pip with a sunflower seed. And now in my garden, I've got a dirty, great big daisy. Every time I pass it, it goes... Now, ladies and gentlemen, a word now about my favourite subject, and that is food. And it's true what they say, nothing tastes better than the food you grow in your garden. And so I've prepared here a meal for you. I've taken it direct from the BBC Vegetable Garden, and here it is, just for you. Ah, thank you very much. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll just go and get my guest. There we are, darling. No, don't touch that fork, please. That's my fork. There's your fork. Get digging. There's a good girl. Delicious. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely delicious, that, but not nearly so delicious as our finale. And for this week's finale, we take you to Venice. It's all about a young girl who keeps getting off the wrong side of a gondola. And halfway through, you'll probably hear the gondoliers shout, "No, no, no, no!"
Nanette, get ready, please hurry.
Hurry! Hello, 1 minute.
Your suit,
I'm in it. Wait round, and I'll be right down.
What a peach of a girl, she is charming. What a peach on the beach she will be.
every boy, I bet, when he sees Nanette, will forget why he came to the sea.
To each mermaid the news is alarming.
For the catch of the season is she.
Picture Neptune's bliss when this little miss takes a dip in the deep blue sea.
I have never heard the roar of the breakers on the shore till today.
Till today,
It is music to my ears. Now and then I have my fears in a way.
in a way,
If the tides are very strong, will it carry me along? Tell me, do.
oh, you needn't be afraid. Here are strong arms that were made just for you, just for you.
What a day to be gay in the ocean. Oh, the thrill just to run on the sand.
What a glad surprise when the billows rise.
And you scarcely know where you'll land. Oh, to dive all alive with emotion. For the catch of the season is she.
Picture Neptune's bliss when this charming mist takes a dip in the deep blue sea.
Takes a dip in the deep blue sea.
Picture you upon my knee.
Just tea for two and two for tea.
Just me for you and you for me alone.
Nobody near us to see us or hear us.
No friends or relations on weekend vacations.
We won't have it known, dear, that we own a telephone, dear.
Day will break and you'll awake.
And start to bake a sugar cake.
For me to take, for all the boys to see.
We will raise a family, a girl for you, a boy for me.
Can't you see how happy
we are mirth-giving, why can't I give some to you?
When skies are gray and you say you are blue, I'll send the sun smiling through.
Oh, all I wanna be is happy, but I know I won't be happy till I'm sure I make you happy too.
Oh, I want to be happy, but I won't be happy till I make you happy too.
La 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 la, life's really worth living when we are mirth-giving. Why can't I give some to you?
When skies are gray and you say you are blue, I'll send the sun smiling through.
I want to be happy, but I won't be happy till I make you happy too.
I want to be happy,
But I won't be happy till I make you happy too.
tip, tip, tip.
Buongiorno, signorine. Servitori umilissimi, per noi questi fiori bellissimi. Servitori umilissimi, umilissimi, signorine. Gondolieri, gondolieri, bellezza vegheri. Gondolieri, gondolieri, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la. Gondolieri, gondolieri, tra-la-la-la-la, 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 tra-la-la-la-la. There lived a king, as I've been told, in the wonder-working days of old, when hearts were twice as good as gold and 20 times as mellow.
Good temper triumphed in his face, and in his heart he found a place for all the erring human race and every wretched fellow.
When he had reddish wine to drink, it made him very sad to think
That some a junket or a jink must be content with toddy.
with toddy, must be content with toddy.
He wished all men as rich as he, and he was rich as rich could be. So to the top of every tree promoted everybody.
Now that's the kind of king for me. He wished all men as rich as he.
So to the top of every tree promoted everybody.
Lord chancellors were cheap as sprats, and bishops in their shovel hats were plentiful as tabby cats, in point of fact too many.
Ambassadors cropped up like hay, prime ministers and such as they grew like asparagus in May, and dukes were 3 a penny.
On every side field marshals being swole near were lords lieutenant king.
With admirals the ocean teemed all round his wide dominions.
With arrows around his wide dominions.
And party leaders you might meet in 2s and 3s in every street, maintaining with no little heat their various opinions.
Now that's a sight you couldn't beat, 2 party leaders in each street.
Maintaining with no little heat their various opinions.
That king, although no one denies his heart was of abnormal size, yet he'd have acted otherwise if he had been a cutter.
The end is easily foretold when every blessed thing you hold is made of silver or of gold. You long for simple pewter.
When you have nothing else to wear but cloth of gold and satins rare.
For a cloth of gold you cease to care. Up goes the price of shoddy.
Of shoddy, up goes the price of shoddy.
In short, whoever you may be, to this conclusion you'll agree. When everyone is somebody, then no one's anybody.
Now that's as plain can be. To this conclusion we agree.
When everyone is somebody, then no one's anybody. So goodbye to sugar and mango, Valero will get to farewell to the pleasure.
Old series at Gilbert and Montero, we leave you with feelings of pleasure.
From royalty flying,
Our gondolas flying and merrily crying our premise